We've been talking about tokenization on the channel for a while now because it's the next big thing in coins. It's not so much how much worth something has that's interesting. We could talk about how hundreds of trillions of dollars will be tokenized at some point. But what interests me most about tokenization is the people who make it happen. How to use it as an example, let's say the chain had hit $20 billion, 0 cents. If you look at the big funds that are on it right now, you can see some of their names, which are securities, but some very well-known names like Superstate, Libre, Capital Republic, and Hamilton Lane BlackRock are behind all of these. Franklin and Templeton. We used to talk about big players coming into this space around 2020 or 2021 and how they would jump into cryptocurrency in a big way. Over the years, from around 2022 to now, that name has come true more than once. It's crazy how many names are out there behind this spot. HSBC, Bank of America, Citi, JP Morgan, and other big names in the market are all in on crypto. A lot of people at the time said that the big banks would never join the crypto revolution because it would take too long. Also, they said that big banks were afraid of blockchain technology and didn't want to work with it. Asset management companies. It's crazy that it's happening so quickly. As you know, I was picky about my plan and thought it would take a little longer. However, things are going a lot faster than I thought they would, which we love. Consider U.S. bonds as an example. They are worth a huge amount of money. There is $5 billion, 0 cents tied to the market right now. This may not seem like a lot of money, but look at how quickly it is growing as a part of the tokenized cryptocurrency market. This is happening even though the market is shaking, and firms like Franklin Templeton and BlackRock are speeding it up through Securitize. I already said that Onondo is a big player in this case too. There are trees of knowledge with well-known names. We also talk about this because tokenization is still becoming more important. Another sign that this is becoming a bigger problem is that there are new stories about tokenization in general. Goldman Sachs is ready, Franklin Templeton is still growing, and CM is ready. The Commercial Bank of Dubai recently said that government agencies are now linking the real estate register with the tokenization of properties. This is similar to what we heard last week when they said they were planning a tokenization project worth about $16 billion, 0 cents. This shows that Dubai is serious about this. And the DTCC just released a tool for tokenized. When it comes to Wall Street, collateral in Bitcoin push is a big deal. The value of the stocks they sell each year is $3 trillion. I know this is a big deal, but I'm bringing it up because the SEC just announced 4 future rounds of cryptocurrencies that we already knew about and we're keeping an eye on. They'll begin on the 11th of this month, and the first one only changes on April 25th to allow cryptocurrency trade. We will also talk about cryptocurrency custody because we all know that custody is the first step in everything. For the 6th year in a row, on June 6th, we will tokenize assets that move on the chain on May 12th. It's more than just a term, as shown by the fact that regulatory bodies like the SEC are becoming more interested in tokenization. In fact, it's growing and will continue to grow into a much bigger part of the world economy. But on February 12th, Ripple made a blog post about cryptocurrency ownership in which they said that fintechs have a $120 trillion, 0 cents chance in crypto security. This means that Ripple has a $120 trillion, 0 cents chance in this area, while only 96% of businesses do. Think it's important to use cryptocurrency to bring in new customers. Fintechs that offer crypto and tokenization services need to be able to keep your money safe and legal because security is the first step. So we're looking at Ripple's press release from July 7th, which says that tokenization will change the way people do business all over the world. By 2033, finance will be working, which will cause a change of $600 billion, 0 cents, to $18 trillion, $900 billion, 0 cents. This is because stocks and real estate in the real world can be bought and sold more quickly and easily, and the financial system and rules accept them. Institutions will be in charge of the next era of banking because of this. Do that right now. In the background, there is music, but I need to play this clip quickly, so I'm going to speed it up a bit so you can see if there is any copyright music there. I hope YouTube doesn't stop this. It's going to be about 1.5 times faster because YouTube doesn't stop it. I hope it doesn't go by too fast. If you need to, you can slow it down. First, financial institutions were initially against tokenization, but now they are openly in favor of it. Tokenization is changing the way financial markets work by making assets easier to access, more efficient, and safer by streamlining transactions and letting people own parts of assets. Costs are cut by up to 60%, and payment is made in seconds instead of days. Making tokens, if they keep growing at this rate, tokenized assets will be worth more than $19.9 trillion, 0 cents, by 2033. Tokenization will become normal in the banking industry as more people use it. This is because network effects make things more efficient, make it easier for systems to talk to each other, and make rules clear. As of right now, this is actually happening and is called tokenization. It's not just a passing trend, it's the next step in the history of money. I totally agree with this. To give you an example, stable coins are very important for fiat currency. And what's happening now is putting fiat money on the blockchain is changing the foreign exchange and puzzle payback markets, and ROSD is helping to make this happen. But we also look at what Ripple workers like Reese Merrick have said. He said that the tokenization tipping point is coming up and that tokenization is changing finance in a big way because it turns financial assets into programmable, cross-pendulum tools that can be used for 24/7 trades, automatic compliance, and fractional ownership. Additionally, Mark Simpita says that a new global effort led mostly by the biggest financial players is changing finance tokenization technology, which turns financial assets into, if it's possible, to create tools to work together and make 24/7 transactions possible. Ripple is excited about the possibility of tokenization technology because it makes it possible for ownership to be split up and compliance to be done